Yo, 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 how you guys doing? It's your boy Denver right here, the Josh and Denver podcast.
Yes, sir. And it's your boy Josh. You already know. Back at you with another podcast for your head tops. You already know. Got a lot to get into, my brother, of course. And who would I be to start this podcast without asking how you doing, my brother? How are you, bro? You blessed?
Yeah, I'm doing good, just enjoying life right now. It's fall season, it's cold now, missing the summertime, you know what I mean? That's the thing, like, it was a lot of mosquitoes in the end of the summer, and now the weather's kind of cool, but I wish the weather was warm with no mosquitoes. But other than that, man, everything's blessed, dog. I mean, shoot, what are we, October already? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
fam. We're almost out of October. Can you believe it?
Time is flying, dog. Too
Bruh.
fast, dog.
I think about
Insane.
it every day, bro. Like literally October came and gone. Like, I mean, I'm exaggerating, of course, but October is gonna be done soon time. Everybody's preparing for Halloween. Halloween is gonna soon come and gone. Then
Yeah.
next thing you know, it's Christmas, and then the year done. Then we at 2023 family.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Time is such a funny construct, bro. It literally like goes by like that.
Yeah, I definitely understand, fam. It's like the day starts and you're like, oh, the day's gonna be I have a big day, and then the day just flies by and you're like, yo. It's like I don't know, that's why it's like, it's like the whole saying, you take every day, like one day at a time and take it slow. Because if you're moving too fast, you know, stuff's gonna move real fast, dog. You're gonna forget
Yeah.
a lot of stuff, you know what I mean?
Facts, everything gone and left you if you if you taking everything too fast. So I feel you, bro. Feel
Enjoy the
you on
moment.
that.
Enjoy the moment.
Yeah, that's the message of the day, listeners. Enjoy the moment. Take it easy, no man. Take it easy.
That's man. Drinking rum, dog. Easy down, dog.
Yes, sir. Let's get into these games, my brother.
Yeah,
We had a good set of games yesterday. You want to recap those ones, or do you want to go even further back, bro? You want to go further back?
I mean, we didn't recap two. Oh yeah, no, we did. We spoke
Do
about
we?
one last week, right? We
Bro,
did.
my memory's failing me. This is how you know I'm getting old, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, we might have made our picks, but we didn't go over the actual recap. I'm guessing of what happened
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
probably not. Because I know I won the week before.
Yeah,
So it's yeah.
to kind of fill everybody in. Josh is what, like, we skipped 1 week, so you're like 4-0 or something.
Yeah.
The first like few weeks, and then this past week we didn't make picks this week, but yeah, that's our daily thing is that we make 3 game picks. We used to do 5, but 5 was kind of a lot, so it stuck with 3. And yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like last year was more even, or I got off to this start last
Now,
year,
yeah, you got off to a hot start last year.
and then you kind of came on the end. But I feel like a couple games could have went here and there, could have flipped the whole thing. But it's crazy. Like, I should go with my gut. I know, like, we are going with Giants against Packers, and I was like, nah, not beating
Yeah,
them,
you should
bro.
have picked the Giants, bro.
And they beat the Giants, bro. Giants have been playing really good last few weeks, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's surprising.
yeah, it's been a tough year, but there's always time, but the season's so long, dog. Don't get too hyped, dog. Don't get gassed, dog.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna get gas because I'm literally on a wave, bro. I'm literally like shouting out to everyone I'm him because because I literally be winning every week, bro. I'm literally thinking like I've been saying on this podcast, I'm a real NFL analyst. Huh? Don't sleep on me. I know my stuff, eh? I know my P's and Q's. But anyway, but yeah, fam, you should have went with the Giants and the Packers. But instead we went with the Eagles and the Cardinals. And bruh, you had to go against the Eagles, man, when the Eagles be off to a hot start. And I told you don't disrespect my boy Jalen Hurts like that. Don't go against him. But
Trust
you had to. You were like, oh, Kyler Murray needs a W. They're at home, all that good stuff and whatnot.
me.
But nah, Eagles are that team, bro. And I mean, we can get into this past win that they had, just this recent win last night that they had against the Dallas Cowboys. Well, yeah, they're nice, man. They're looking legit. Jalen Hurts is that leadership, that prototype quarterback that you want. Not prototype in terms of intangibles when it comes to, being a perfect passer or, I wouldn't say, that prototypical pocket passer. That's not him. But he's going to play some hard-nosed football. He's going to lead your team to victory. He's going to get everyone to rally around him because he's that type of dude and people want to play for him. And that's what I gather from that Philly team. They all are playing inspired. The defense too. Defense be playing inspired. From the DBs to the linebacking core. Darius Slay, Bradbury, CJ Gardner Johnson, Maddox. Like their DB core is stacked for real. And again, man, it's literally just coming down to Jalen Hurts just being at the centerpiece of it, and people just want to play for him leading the team. And yeah, man, that's all really I can attribute it to, bro. I feel like it all just encompasses or all just gets back to Jalen Hurts. And that's the reason why they win it, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, definitely. Like he brings like intangibles, like you mentioned, like off the field leadership. Because his numbers weren't too great yesterday against the Cowboys, but like you said, like they're playing as a full team, so they're not really expecting him to kind of carry the team on his shoulders. But when they do have to, sometimes he does ball out. So they've been playing all three phases this year. Like special teams, offense, defense have been killing it. And yeah, I mean they're 6-0, dog. I mean, who would have thought, bro? Like I didn't even think they'd be this good. So I'm really surprised how well even the defense is playing. But like you said, those DBs, they're stacked, bro. The guys they have, the pressure they can bring on the opposite side of the end with the defensive linemen. So they're doing really well. And I mean, I'm not sure they're ready just yet to win that Super Bowl, but they're definitely going to give it a run for their money. Like, yeah, or maybe, yeah, I'm going to say that. I don't think they're ready for a Super Bowl yet, dog, but it definitely could be right up there, right? I think there's more experienced teams with QBs that have been there, but you never know, right? And so, I mean, I'm surprised, everyone's riding the wave right now, and Philly, like, it's a tough place to play. The fans, if you losing out there, you're playing bad, they're going to let you know. They're going to boo you. They're going to boo your ass the whole game. So they've been balling. So, the wave is pretty high right now. And let's see how long they can take it, bro. Like, see how long they can play the next 2-3 games. It's still early, right?
It is early.
Yeah.
But I just have one question for you. Who is going to beat them? They're the top team in the NFC right now. Who's going to beat them? Tell me, in the NFC. I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl, but who's going to beat them to get to the Super Bowl, fam?
And that's a great point. Like right now, the AFC is a lot stronger than the NFC right now in terms of the teams that are playing right now.
Exactly.
But
they're an NFC team, so who's going to beat them in the NFC?
You don't think the Rams can beat them?
Hell no. What? Do you see how shaky Matthew Stafford? Bruh, Matthew Stafford be looking hella shaky. Unless they get Odell at the end of this, bro, then I'll change my pick. But I'm talking about no Odell, no nothing. Just him and Cooper Kupp, best friends, best buddies for life. The two of them are they're not going to beat a team by themselves, bro.
Yeah, this is a weird year, bro. Like Tampa lost to the Steelers yesterday. They're 3-3.
Mm-hmm. Right? That's why I'm like, who's going to beat them in the NFC?
Rams are 3-3. Seahawks are 3-3. San Fran's 3-3. Arizona's 2-4. NFC North, Minnesota, they're 5-1. We haven't been talking about them. We spoke about a little bit last week.
You're right. They're under the radar.
They're like playing well, but it's still, I don't know. It's early. Like I don't want to jump the gun on Minnesota, but we've been disappointed by them in the past, right? So, and then in the NFC East, the Giants are 5-1, but do you really believe the Giants are gonna make moves like that in the playoffs?
No, I don't think so.
They might.
I think
might be the front runner, fam. But as the season goes on, those experienced teams like the Rams or even the Bucks, dog, if they can pick it up with the squad they have, even Buccaneers might beat them, dog. So I think it's too early to say, bro. But like I said, like I think experience might come to the picture, but it could be their year, dog. It could be that year where they just ride the wave all the way to Super Bowl, dog. And we've seen this in the past when they had Nick Foles and they won a Super Bowl, and no one thought they'd win, bro. And Nick Foles was just balling out, dog. They beat the Patriots. They beat the Patriots that year in the Super Bowl. So I mean, I would agree with you right now. Right now, they're the number one team in the NFC. But I want to see how it plays out. So I want to give it another like 4 or 5 games, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, yo, they might win the Super Bowl. Let me see how it go on, dog. Let me see how it goes the next 4 or 5 games, and then I can say I gotta win the Super Bowl.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. We'll give it time, but yeah, I don't know. It's just I can't see anyone beating them right now, but we'll see how the season progresses. It's just the struggles that I saw. I mean, not saying that Tom Brady really struggled by himself, but them overall as a team struggled. And just it's just shocking that they would lose to the Steelers. Like that's just not a like game that you would suspect that they'd lose. So that just put some doubt in my mind in regards to them as a team. And then the Rams have been shaky on and off. I mean, they just managed to beat Carolina, but beating Carolina, like, what is that really saying? You know what I'm saying? Like what does that tell you? You know, so I'm not giving the Rams like a pat on the back for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about them in the playoffs either. And those were the former powerhouses. Of course, you got your Green Bays, and Green Bays, we spoke about Green Bay before the podcast. We can get into that, but yeah, they're not looking too good either. So what is going to be like, who we going to rely on as our powerhouses in the NFC? Has to be Philly. Philly is that top team, and then the Giants somehow. And that is the Giants somehow, and then every other team falls under that. It's weird, but again, we'll give it time. We'll see how the season progresses, but that's how it is looking like now.
Yeah, one team I want to keep an eye on is Dallas
and Minnesota too.
Oh, Dallas too. When Dak comes back. I know right now they're 4-2 with Cooper Rush, but if Dak can come back and ball out, they could give Philly a run for the money. That's all I'm saying. I know I've never been a big believer in Dallas, bro. You know, they're the most overhyped team in the league, dog. But if that can come back and balls out, they might give them a run for their money, dog. I don't know. You don't think so?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Dak's gonna struggle when he comes back. It is not even like I don't like Dak, bro. Dak, you cool. But bruh, you gonna struggle because you haven't gotten it going, bro. Before he got hurt, struggling to get the ball to CeeDee Lamb. Him and CeeDee Lamb we're not really on the same page. I'm sure maybe Michael Gallup still have a little bit of a connection. They've always been money when they're together, but Michael Gallup has been struggling with injuries. I know he's back, he's healthy now, but I don't know. It's just Dak doesn't have that same chemistry with the receivers now. But he did have that chemistry, and he was on when he did have Amari Cooper. And because Amari Cooper is gone and he's killing in Cleveland right now, Dak, I don't know. I don't have faith in it. I don't have faith in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so
we'll see.
Dallas is not. I feel like Dak, like swapping in Cooper Rush for Dak doesn't change anything. Like if anything, it changes that the role that they've been going on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's not going to change that the overall team outlook of them actually winning games and winning when it matters. I don't think it's going to do anything for me. Sorry.
Yeah, like it's definitely like a good take on your point. Like, you know, I just think like it could be like something that we could watch out for, like how he comes back and plays. Because like I said, it's gonna be more than one front runner. Obviously, right now it's the Eagles. By the next 4 or 5 games, there's gonna be a couple teams that are gonna separate themselves from the pack. We see this every year, right? There's 3 or 4 teams that are above the rest. So I think it's so early. Like it's shocking to me how there's only one team, maybe 2 with the Vikings, if you're considering them, that are really kind of okay. Like this team's nice, right? But I think in the next 4 or 5 games, we're gonna see some more teams separate from the pack in the NFC. So I don't know if it's gonna be the Rams. I don't know it's going to be the Bucks. Like, I don't see a whole bunch of other teams that could do it, but I mean, Green Bay, they're struggling as well. So, I mean, yeah, shout out to the Eagles. Eagles fans, they're balling out. Philly fans out there. And yeah, I mean, keep it up. We'll see. I'm watching.
Exactly. Shout out Philly Nation. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought that Aston Martin, y'all thought it was rented? Shout out to that Meek Mill right there. That's literally Philly goes off on that song. That's a classic Meek Mill track right there. Let's go to the next game that we made a bet on, brother. What was the next one? What was the next one?
I mean, from a few weeks ago, but it's been a while. But I think you said it was the we already did the Cardinals, Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles and Cardinals. Memory bud. I can't remember. Oh, we did Bengals and Ravens, and Ravens end up squeezing that one out, 19-17. You're going with the clutch Joe Burrow, because you're like, this is Joe Burrow. This is national championship Joe Burrow. This is getting to the Super Bowl in his second year, Joe Burrow. This is the Joe Burrow that has his college teammate in Jamar Chase. But
they're gonna be there. I think Bengals are gonna pick it up. They're 2-3 now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're gonna pick it up. I think. I feel. They got a much needed win against New Orleans yesterday. Kind of picked up their spirits. Baltimore, man, they winning games here and there, they losing games here and there. I should have never gone with Baltimore as a sure proof pick. Like, I end up being lucky that Baltimore won against Cincinnati, but the game against the Giants, which again, I know the Giants, we talked about this, the Giants have been on a roll, but you wouldn't expect that the Giants would beat a team like the Ravens, and they ended up beating them. So, bro, they just, I don't know, they up and down.
They're definitely inconsistent. I know a lot of people are like kind of like talking about Baltimore, saying, "Oh, like that's why he shouldn't get his money the way he played yesterday in the game." You know what I mean? But I'm like, damn. I'm like, it sucks that like when he plays good, like pay him the money. When he plays bad, like he shouldn't get the money he wants. Like, I feel like he's stuck in this contract situation. I don't know if I feel like that's putting a little bit of effect on the season, whether they might, agree to that or not. But I think it does. It put like a cloud in the organization. So everyone's like, okay, like he's on a 1-year contract at the end of this year. Like, is he going to resign? Where's he going to go? Like, it's just too much speculation. I feel like if they just locked up their dude dog, give him the contract before the season, I feel like he would play a lot more like free. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's too much pressure right now. Like, it's just too much speculation, too much drama. They're still talking about the contract, bro. 16 into the season, bro. Supposed to be talking about the season, dog. So I think, like, I don't know. I feel like it's having a little bit of an effect on how they're playing as a team. And like you said, like they've been up and down the whole season. Good wins here, bad wins there, and like you mentioned. But yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be a dog team this year. They're supposed to be a top tier team. And so, we'll see how they play the next few games. But I really want to see them like put a stamp during the season, right?
Mm-hmm. Bro, you bring up a great point. Like, I feel like it's the contract that's looming over their heads and putting a lot of pressure on Lamar to perform well. You know what I'm saying? And it's also putting pressure on him to actually try to take care of himself and not try to get hurt and maybe not make as much of the gutsy plays that we're used to Lamar making, right? So yeah, man, if the Ravens organization just locked up their guy and just said, yo, we know you're the dude, here's this money, go ball out, Lamar would probably be like, again, it would be more carefree, as you said, less pressure. And I feel like with the less pressure, more wins would come because Lamar would be just doing what he do naturally. He knows that he's that dude. He has the confidence of the organization behind him. There's no doubts in anyone's minds. No doubt. There's not going to be any doubts in his mind. So he would be just free to do whatever he need to do to win these ball games. And yeah, bro, I don't think it was a good decision on the Ravens' part to basically just be like, all right, yeah, we'll pay you this, and this is what we're paying you, and it's not going to be guaranteed. And we like, hey, if you don't want to settle with this, if you don't agree to these terms, then you got to show us something. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I feel like this unneeded pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, just, I don't know how the Ravens season is gonna to play itself out. Again, because it's just so up and down. Again, I luckily got the win that week. Again, Baltimore just ended up squeezing it out. It wasn't a very great game by Lamar either. I mean, I'd say it was better of a rushing game for him than a passing game. He had like 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 174 yards. It's not like Lamar can't throw the ball, but he's been a little bit struggling here and there. Man, but yeah, end up to squeeze it out, and so win in my column, bro. So
Luckily, dog. Luckily, dog. Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, that was a good win by the Ravens. Like you said, like, you know, they've been just squeaking out wins. They're not really, you know, playing real sound as a team. You know what I mean? Like, his numbers has been kind of up and down. Lamar Jackson, like, the week before they won against Cincinnati, they lost to Buffalo. He only threw 140 yards. Against the Bengals, like you said, 174 yards. This past week, 210 yards. You know, with the interception. Like, I mean, we know he's always not going to put up big passing numbers because he can run the ball. So that dual threat. He might have 100 yards rushing, 200 yards or less passing. You know what I mean? So I mean, they gotta find a way to make it more dynamic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know this past week, Kenyon Drake had a big game with only 10 carries.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, that's the thing though. I would say like make him run the ball more, but then you're cautious because he might get hurt. You say if he gets hurt, fam, one, they ain't winning no game after that. But second of all, he ain't getting his contract.
Exactly. He has no leverage.
It's like, what do you do? Like, how do you scheme him? And you run a lot of, you know, read options, a lot of like quarterback runs, you might get him hurt. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's in a tough situation. Like, they definitely can't go into that next year. They can't go back to the same contract situation. This is the last year they got to figure this out, because if this impacts him throughout the entire year and they don't have the year they want, then they got to lock him up at the end of the year and just done with it. You know what I mean? Like, none of this speculation, none of this talk is let him play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, unfortunately, they have to go through this. And yeah, I mean, I want to see who they play this week, bro. They play Cleveland. That should be a win this week. They play Cleveland. That should be a win.
I don't know if it's a guarantee, bro, but it should be.
Yeah, but he's not having his best season though. Like I said, hopefully he can pick it up. It was a good pick by you. No, but you know, I just picked the Bengals 1 week too late. Basically, that's it.
Yeah, basically. Basically, family. So that's 2 games. What was the third game? Was it it was definitely not the Chiefs and Raiders. Oh, we went Cowboys Rams, family. This is where I was like, oh, you already know Cooper Rush looking like Tom Brady out there. Man's on a win streak, looking like the second coming of Patrick Mahomes. I was just throwing names out there, but I was literally saying that Cowboys are looking good and they were looking inspired behind a Cooper Rush led team. And yeah, they managed to squeeze out their last win before succumbing to Philly and Philly's powerhouse yesterday. So yeah. And that's why I say the Rams are a very iffy team, because they lost to Dallas, bro. They lost to Dallas. That, like, Matthew Stafford didn't get much going on. I mean, he threw for yards, but 1 touchdown, 1 interception. You're not beating anybody with that. And they have no run game to speak of. No matter how much you force feed the ball to Cooper Kupp, if you don't have a running game, or at least some sort of balance, you're not going to do anything. You feel me? Not going to do anything.
And they've been a weird team. I mean, the Rams, like you said, like they won yesterday against Carolina, but to be honest, Baker's out, which, you know, and then they put in Walker, he got hurt, and they put him Jacob Eason. My question is like, is Sam Darnold hurt? What's going on there, man? Like, it's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, the Rams and the game shouldn't have been that close, anyways. But the second and third string QB in there, and so yeah, man. Like, they're a weird team, but like that's why I picked them to beat the Cowboys because like they're just the talent they have in the team is like it's undeniable, right? Like they should be a top tier team. So hopefully that win this past week with Carolina is like a momentum swing. They just keep winning games and going up from there. You know what I mean? And they can go on a kind of that you know, like a winning streak. And so, yeah, good pick by you. Like I think Cooper Rush can win that game, but it did catch up to him. But you know that week it was a good pick by you. So that was a good pick, though.
Tell you, the momentum was on Dallas's side, bro, and they got a run game going. Like both Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard is getting chunks on the yards, bro, on the ground. So literally, Cooper Rush didn't even throw that much, bro. He threw 16 times, 10 completions, 102 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions, bro. Man played he was really a game manager. Like literally, that's Cooper Rush's role, game manager, straight up. Like, just go out there and manage the game nice, hand off the ball on 1-2 times, we'll win the game. Game manager. You feel me? Like straight up. Dallas is a good. They're actually a decent team, bro. They're actually a decent team. They just need a quarterback that's gonna hold it down. They need a quarterback that's gonna hold it down, and Dallas to actually be so much nicer than they are. And I just, for some reason, I just have some doubt in Dak. I don't see that he's going to be that quarterback for the team. But I saw it go. Another W in my win column. You already know.
I got lucky. We should definitely. What games today? Broncos versus Chargers today, right? Tonight.
I don't think we should bet on that because I don't think the Broncos are gonna win. I don't think you think the Broncos are gonna win.
Let's ride.
Let's ride nothing. Broncos ain't riding. They ain't riding nothing. Like Russ is the ultimate con man, bro. That's what he is. Russ has been finessing, bro, this year. Finesse that big money to play terribly.
If he plays again bad this week, bro, whoa, he's gonna get a lot of pressure. And like, yo, to be honest, like the Broncos don't really get that big of media coverage. Just it shows you how much viewers that Russell Wilson brings to the game. But like, no one really talks about the Broncos, bro. Win or lose, like they're never really winning anyways. But like, they don't really get that much media attention. But with Russ there playing the way he's playing, like it's always gonna be like a hot news topic. So like, if he struggles tonight, bro, the pressure's gonna be on him, fam. Like, mans are gonna be like, okay, bro, pay you all this money, 2-4. What's going on? Even though it's a tough division, like I said, that division is gonna be like, it's really gonna separate the men from the boys. Like you said, Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers. We talked about before the season. Only 3 teams are gonna come out of that division. We think, right? Who's gonna be those 3? You know what I mean?
And I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be Vegas, bro. It might actually end up being the Broncos, ironically, unless Vegas turns it around. Because it's like we already know Chargers can come out. We already know Chiefs can come out. We also got Vegas and we got Broncos to choose from, and both of them are not playing too well. So who are you gonna choose between them? You feel me?
I'm gonna choose the Raiders. Did it last year. They were struggling last year, and they came back and they made the playoffs, right? The Raiders, right?
True.
So that's my pick. I don't know. I'll have to see how Broncos play tonight, bro. But if Russell struggles again tonight, bro, pressure's on him, fam.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I don't know if I should blame it all on Russ though. I know I was clowning because I like to do the funny stuff and and basically just jump on the bandwagon of the jokes and whatnot. But literally, I was watching Kurt Warner's I forget what his YouTube channel is, but Kurt Warner is a OG for real, breaking down film and whatnot. He was comparing Broncos play to the Bills. Of course, Bills powerhouse. Their offense is just working well. Josh Allen is that dude, of course, but he's literally just breaking down the concept, like basically the same concepts that the Broncos run, the Bills basically run. Okay, of course, football it's basically the same concepts, right? Just different play calling, right? But in those concepts, basically, it's not that either quarterback is making like abnormal or like extremely accurate throws. It's that Josh Allen has a good team around him. He's throwing up the ball and his receivers are making plays for him. When it comes to Russ is throwing up the ball. He's put in a decent spot for the most part, but his receivers are not making great plays for him. Again, we can see Jerry Jeudy's dropped a couple balls here and there. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't made plays. Cortland Sutton, he's been doing his thing, but on a deep ball, they just haven't been connected. I feel like they're just not making plays enough for Russ. So some blame can go on Russ for sure, because for sure on that last second play against the Colts where he missed a wide open KJ Hamler, that is his fault for sure.
Yeah.
But the receivers also got to take some of the blame too, because they haven't been making plays for the man either. They're just not a good overall team. That's what Kurt Warner basically attributed to. They're just not a good overall team. That's just what it is. With the Bills, they're a good team. They'll make plays for Josh Allen. So that's what I guess that's what it is. We'll see if the receivers show up tonight in this game against the Chargers and maybe make some plays for Russ. Russ just needs a receiver, really his receivers to step up. He also needs to make good decisions, of course, but if the receivers show up, man, it'll give Russ that confidence, I feel.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's a great point by you. It's also good to hear like insight and feedback from like former QBs that he's Kurt Warner's a Hall of Famer. He's been there, done that Super Bowl. Right? So it's good that you able to like point that out of why Russ is playing so bad. There's a lot of criticism saying that Seattle didn't sign him back because they knew that he could no longer extend the plays that he used to back in Seattle. We all know Seattle was notorious for having a bad offensive line, right? Russ would escape, make them look good, make a big play down the field. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That was his thing for a number of years, right? But now that was criticism that he's no longer able to make those plays, and he's not a traditional pocket passer, just sit in the pocket in the whole game. And so we'll definitely have to see how that plays out, like this game. Like I said, like I do want him to kind of show that mobility to kind of shut the haters up a little bit and see like, yeah, I can still make plays on the run, still make these kind of crazy throws and these, backyard football plays, but also him, like you said, making correct decisions in the pocket and, doing what he does. That's what he showed us the last, 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we want good QBs, right? It makes the league look good if his QB's playing bad. We don't want to see Russ throwing up picks and whatever, exactly. All sorts of recklessness he's been doing last. We don't want to see that anymore, right? We want to see him balling out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we see that today, fam. So, yeah, man. I'm not trying to hit on him, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
definitely he's been playing not his best football, right, this year.
Definitely, yeah. We can chalk it up to that for sure. But yeah, we're not being haters on this podcast, no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let us know in the comments how you feel Russ is playing. What your take is on things. Again, we want to hear from you guys and see what y'all thinking. But yeah, that's it for the three, or that's it for tonight's game though. Do you want to recap some of the games that happened yesterday, or do you want to make maybe picks for next week from now?
Let's recap. We can recap a couple of games, go into some of the games here and see what happens, and then kind of go into next week.
Yes, sir.
Picks from there. And so we can talk about, one of the biggest game on the week was the Bills Chiefs.
Yes, sir.
It was a pretty good game. Josh Allen had a nice hurdle there at the end of the game. Showing his athleticism as a QB.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And making that big throw to Dalton Knox, the game-winning touchdown pass. So that was real good. And then, Mahomes throwing that pick to, I think it was Tavon Johnson.
Teron Johnson, yeah.
He literally, That was his freaking his route, bro. He seen the under route and came off his man and just made a read on the ball. Bro. It
Oh
was
yeah,
quick read and just
that was just a great heads up play.
he just picked out the game, bro. And Mahomes don't really make mistakes like that, right? And so
yeah,
I mean that was a good one by Buffalo. Buffalo is definitely gonna be a tough out, bro. I mean they've been kind of there these last few years, and they're finally saying, nah, like we want to follow through this year. Like got the defense. Even though we talk about Michael Hyde's out, but Jordan Poyer still playing at a high level. Even though this week he played with like a punctured lung or something, and he still played the whole game.
Can you believe it? Yo, that man has commitment, bro. Apparently, he wasn't allowed to fly with the team to the game. So he made, I don't know, some sort of driver, if he has his own personal driver, drive 17 hours to the game, bro.
Crazy, bro.
That is crazy. That is commitment, bro. That man said, I'm riding out, bro. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from playing in this football game. No punctured lung, no no
nothing, bro.
Nothing, bro. Yo, that's a warrior, bro. Shout out to Jordan Poyer. And yeah, big pick by Teron Johnson. Of course, that's a one of their slot corner guys. One of their key slot corner guys. Integral part of that defense. Yeah, man, like you said, yo, Josh Allen made plays when it mattered, bro. The hurdle, it made a real storybook finish. The pass to Dawson Knox, the touchdowns that you threw to Stephon, the touchdowns that you threw to Gabe Davis, like all of them contributed. You know what I'm saying? They even had a decent run game too, not just by Josh Allen, but Devin Singletary came in on the front too, had about 85 yards rushing. We've been saying the Bills need a run game, and we didn't think that Devin Singletary was that guy, but hey, he showed up a little bit. So they played a complete game. And yeah, man, again, Kansas City though, you can never really count them out, and it would. I was scared the whole time because, bruh, like Patrick Mahomes be playing these again, making these backyard some of the craziest plays I've ever seen in my life, honestly. But Bills found a way, and they caught him. They got him. You know what I'm saying? So, bruh, big Bills W.
I think that's a big rivalry, dog. Like, we talked about the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady rivalry for many years, Colts, Patriots. I think it's gonna be one of those things, bro. Like, how many times like Peyton, Tom Brady met in the playoffs? Like a number of times, fam. I think it's gonna be the same thing. Like, this is a rivalry.
Yeah.
They played each other in the playoffs before too, as well. I think this is gonna be every single year. It might end up being Bills gonna have to go through Chiefs, or Chiefs gonna have to go through Bills. Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. That's definitely gonna be like a matchup in the next 5-6 years. We're gonna see every single playoffs. Definitely, they got something going there, and like I said, like Chiefs have been gotten their number, but this year Buffalo couldn't make that move, couldn't make that step. You know what I mean? They have a squad, dog. They have definitely the squad, and the way Josh Allen's playing. It's kind of like Philly, bro. Right? It's going on right now. Like this might be their year, dog.
I think so too, man. I'm with you. I'm with you. Like literally, this is the matchup that people want to see, bro. You're going to want to see Buffalo and KC in the playoffs. There's no way that you can avoid it. These two quarterbacks are facing off against each other. This is the new school rivalry, just like how you referenced Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. This is the Tom Brady Peyton Manning rivalry, and bro, we're gonna see for years to come, and it's gonna be exciting every time, bro. And you'll never know who's gonna come out on top.
It's gonna be, I think, in my opinion, coming out to defense making big plays, like you said, that we've seen from like Teron Johnson making that big play. It's gonna be who's gonna make that play to ice the game at the end of the game, bro. I feel like that's how it's gonna be every time they play, bro.
Facts.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. That was a literal movie, bro.
Yeah,
that was a literal movie. Packers Jets, bro. You want to recap that one? I know you want to big up the Jets one time because that's your squad. So
yeah, guys. I know I'm biased here, but everyone's kind of us out this year. even when we lost a few games, everyone's like, "Ah, the Jets are gonna be garbage again." It's like, we held the fort down with Joe Flacco. Zach Wilson's back. Yes, we're kind of playing it safe right now in the playoff. In the playbook, he's not really balling out, but their defense is playing really well. Ton of pressure on the quarterback. We spoke about the podcast. We're both former DBs, and we spoke about how we've never seen a DB this early in his career come out like this, like a true shutdown, lockdown corner, giving up 1 or 2 catches a game, if any, no TDs, not a lot of big plays given up. Like, he's a true shutdown corner. We haven't seen this in a long time. I know I wouldn't say Jalen Ramsey, but like the last few years, Jalen Ramsey, he's kind of given up that shutdown corner, playmaking ability. He's given up big plays the last few years. So even this year, giving up big plays, right?
Yeah.
And just, he can still be that guy. It's just coming off the eye discipline, like, taking his eyes off the receiver and too much looking at the quarterback. So that can all be kind of fixed, right? But the way Sauce Gardner's playing has been lights out, dog. And that defense has been playing lights out. So we don't really need Zach to kind of play that well right now. I expect him to play better, as the season goes on. But 4-2 to Jets. We're back, dog. We're back, dog.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Jets one time, bro. Y'all really deserve a little applause one time still. Yeah, man. Just adding on to what you're saying. Sauce Gardner, man, he has all the intangibles of a prototypical corner that you want in the league today. The man has length, you know what I'm saying? Like long arms, bro. He has technique, you know what I'm saying? He's the total package right now, bro. Like literally shutting things down right now, bro. Like literally Green Bay receivers, anyone that he's going against, if Aaron Rodgers decided to try and throw it to him, that ball's dropping on the floor, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like when you least expect it, Sauce is getting a hand in there and the ball is not catchable, bro. You're not gonna be able to catch it as a receiver. Yeah, man. We said it earlier. We were talking about it before the podcast. I think this man is gonna be defensive rookie of the year, straight up, the way he's playing. And gathering this respect, like garnering this respect already. Like it's impressive, bro. Like literally people be looking at him like, yo, don't mess with this dude for real. And he's a rookie, man. Just came into the league yesterday. Like that's different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. And referring to like Jalen Ramsey, yeah, man, I don't think he's that dude anymore. At least I'm not saying he's not a special player. He's definitely a special player, a top dog. But as a shutdown corner, nah. And I would say, I feel like he's progressing more in that star position as a slot corner. You know what I'm saying? Just having like that little hybrid safety / corner role that Rams are putting him in more a little bit. I feel like that's what Jalen Ramsey would excel at because he's athletic. The man can make plays in the run game. He can rush the quarterback. Like we don't need him as a shutdown corner for real. We can take him out that conversation, straight up, But Sauce is in that conversation. You feel me? Sauce is in that conversation. So yeah, shout out to the Jets organization for making the pulling the trigger on that guy. It seems like as this young core gels together and continues to grow together, they can be something really good. Breece Hall getting yards on the ground, making Zach Wilson, not have to do everything because Zach Wilson was looking very pedestrian. Let's not cap. Let's not cap. He's looking very pedestrian. But Breece Hall making them plays, bro, in the run game. That's literally what it is, bro. That's literally what it was. That put them over the edge. You feel me? And yeah, bro. And the defense ultimately couldn't give Aaron Rodgers enough time to really get the ball off. Aaron Rodgers found himself on the ground quite a couple times, I was feeling bad for the dude. Like, straight up, I'm like, this man's too old to be getting hit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's too old to be getting hit, They need to protect him over there. So, yeah, shout out to your Jets, bro. I'm going to give them their flowers when they deserve their flowers, bro.
Yeah, dog. We're definitely like a young team come up and coming, dog. We just need Zach to kind of take that step, bro. And we're gonna be right there with some of these AFC teams, bro. So it's gonna be like we'll see how Zach progresses, bro. Like I said, he could be still injured coming back. So I mean, that's why they're probably taking it easy on him. But at some point, teams are gonna adjust and Zach, he's not really passing the ball. Let's just stuff the run. He's gonna have to make plays with his arm, bro. So, but I kind of like the scheme we're using. A lot of these, receiver screens, receiver reverses. We've seen the Braxton Berrios.
Oh yeah, Braxton Berrios. Yeah.
We've seen some. They're doing ways. They're finding ways in the offense to be creative, with Zach Wilson not being at his best right now, to produce offensive plays, bro. So, I mean, but at some point he's gonna have to make plays with his arm. But it's good that we can kind of show that creativity and find ways to win games, bro. So that's what I like, and hopefully we can keep that going in the next few games, and I'll see how we play out. Yeah, super excited about the Jets, bro. I feel like I want to go to that game this
year, dog. Yeah, low key, I'm kind of excited for them too. Low key. Yeah, so that was another good game there between Green Bay and the Jets. Good Jets win. Want to talk about the Giants and the Ravens, or the Cowboys and Eagles?
About the Giants and the Ravens,
Steelers and the Bucks, because those were upsets right there. The Steelers and the Bucks and the Giants and the Ravens, upsets right there, I feel.
Yeah, like I was real surprised. I mean, Steelers, like I said, always gonna fight. They're 1-4. Everyone's counting them out. Mike Tomlin, man, he always brings his team to play every single game. And he's just that type of coach. Right? He's going to prepare his team the best way they could. And yeah, for them to win that game was quite shocking, to be honest. Like, Bucks have been struggling, surprising this year. I mean, Brady's kind of looked not his best. And obviously, we know he's 44, 45 now. Like, but still, last year he balled out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We expected the same thing this year. And maybe, I don't know, like, I don't know what it is. I'm thinking it's the O-line, because I've seen a lot of clips they're showing the meme where he's like screaming at his O-lineman, like on the sidelines. But man, like, their defense is doing a thing. Like, they held us to 20 points. The defense played okay. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's the offensive production. So they gotta find a way to get Tom Brady going, get their run game going with Fournette even more, and just kind of establish that run pass, great scheme they had the last few years with Tom Brady, right? So I'm a little surprised how they're playing. And bro, like, I mean, I'm not saying they're not gonna make the playoffs, bro, but I mean, they're kind of playing like a real average team, fam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like with the Bucks, bro, yeah, I agree getting Leonard going a little bit more. But I feel like Leonard gotta accumulate more yardage though. I mean, he got like 63 yards on 21 carries. Like, that's a lot of carries. I feel like in the receiving aspect, you know what really helped them, Tampa Bay as a whole, before, is the addition of Antonio Brown, bro. I ain't gonna cap, because they didn't have much drop off after Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. You know what I'm saying? But now they do have a drop off, because after Chris Godwin is shut down or Mike Evans is shut down, who do you have? You have Russell Gage as your next best receiver. And I'm not saying Russell Gage is not good, but he's not the greatest. He's not no Antonio Brown. You feel me? As having Antonio Brown as your third string receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they needed a guy, bro. They give Brady another weapon, to be honest, to be frank. Because then it's really going to be pick your poison, and Tom Brady's going to have a field day for real.
Mm-hmm.
Due to that loss, bro, that is not going to be, they're not going to be too well. They're not going to do too great. Steelers, bro, again, it's still shocking to me, because Kenny Pickett started that game. He got hurt. And then Mitchell Trubisky came off the bench and brought the game back and got the W. So that's just confusing in itself. You feel me? Like, you wouldn't suspect that to happen. You feel me? But yeah, that was real life right there. I like the Steelers' weapons. The receivers are really making plays. I mean, you got Deontay Johnson. You got what's those man's names again? You got Chase Claypool, you got George Pickens, you got those guys are great young guys, bro. I feel like they're great weapons, and they just need a quarterback to get on the ball, and they're gonna be scary. Luckily, they got the ball enough from Mitchell Trubisky somehow. I do not know how, but it happened. They connected, and that's how they won, bro. What's even scary to me too is Najee Harris is not even playing that great, and he's a big bruising back, and he could be elite. Like, once they get that run game going, they could be a scary team. Once everything comes together, I feel like Mike Tomlin is that coach that can, y'all think that they off to a bad start, but they're going to turn around somehow. I don't know how, but they're going to do it all because of that man right there. Mike Tomlin, like you said, never had a losing season. I don't think that's going to stop now.
Yeah, like I'm real surprised at that. When, like you said, like there is a drop off, but I think because Julio's been out the last few games. I think.
That's true. I was forgetting about Julio. But that's the thing. You're never healthy, bruh.
Yeah,
you old.
His age. I mean, he's kind of like what we would call in basketball like load management. Like he just can't spend a whole season, with the amount of snaps and not get hurt that he used to be. He's a bruising guy who plays physical style football. That's how he played all his years in Atlanta. I'm surprised about how Scotty's struggling a little bit. I know they had what's his name retired last week. They brought in what's his name, kind of like another receiver.
He was on the Bills. What's his name? My small white guy right there. What's his name again?
Beasley? Was it Mike Beasley?
Yeah, Beasley. Yeah, that's what his name was, Beasley, right?
Yeah, he came in for like 2 weeks and then retired. I'm like, guy.
I said I cannot do it anymore. like man, I don't even know. He really gave up, bro. But hey, I mean, like sometimes you gotta know your timeline, yo. You gotta know when the clock is ticking, bro. In the football world, life is short. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's that time is up for Julio. To be honest, I said that quite a while ago too, but I was hoping for the best.
Yeah, it sucks how top receivers just drop off. That's why a lot of people are like, oh, they want to go the Megatron route. He left when he was on top, so you never see him drop off. You see Megatron retire when he was balling.
Mm-hmm.
You never got to see him struggle, fam.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's just his style of play. The big receivers, they're gonna break down a lot easier as they get older compared to like Antonio Brown. Like I mentioned, like Scotty Miller, like that was good for him to kind of see another small receiver. I felt like that was good competition when he was there. And like that's why we've seen Scotty make a lot of plays last year, when AB was there and the year before that. This year is just not having the same impact. So, they can get it together, just, they gotta find ways to make more plays on offense. Like, yeah, I'm definitely surprised at how much they're struggling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Shocking, to be honest, guys. It's shocking. We'll see how the how the Bucks do when we get later in the season. We had a previous discussion indicating, who's our top dogs in the NFC. Who's gonna end up beating Philly at the end of the day. And with a loss like this by the Bucks, man, I can't see it. But then again, as you said, it is early on in the season, so we will see. We will see. Another close game, Giants and the Ravens. Giants pulled that one out. They looking nice in the NFC too, which is surprising. Yo, it's a New York year, eh? Don't sleep, New York Jets and the New York Giants. So something's going on in the water in New York, man. Something's going on in the Big Apple.
I think the resurgence of the Giants to me, it's the resurgence of Saquon Barkley. He's been struggling last 2 years with injuries, coming off a torn ACL. Finally, you have like 2 years removed from that. And this is kind of the bounce back year when you have an ACL injury.
Mm-hmm.
And he's showing them like, yo, I'm that guy that came out of Penn State. That's the guy you're all talking about. And he's showing that talent. So I feel like that's one of the biggest points of their offense. Because if he wasn't playing this well, bro, Daniel Jones would not even be, playing. No, he didn't even have great number. He had a decent number, 19 for 27. So they ain't throwing the ball that much with him. They do want that great game manager. We run the ball, play action, making good reads. That's how they win games with him. I don't think he want to throw the ball 40 times with Daniel Jones. I think he's gonna throw some pick stock.
Yeah, big facts.
I
Yo,
don't know, I feel like
honestly, yeah, I agree with you. We're gonna chalk it up to the resurgence of Saquon Barkley because that dude he be looking like the old Saquon, bro. The guy that made a huge splash as soon as he entered into the league, and then the injuries kind of slowed him down. We're like, yo, is Saquon the same? Will he ever be the same again? He's showing us I'm that dude for real. Like you said, the same dude that came out of Penn State, I'm that dude. Yeah, my 83 yards, 1 touchdown. Yo, like, good rushing average with 3.8 on the ground per carry. Daniel Jones, man, I feel like this is a prove it year for Daniel Jones. We've been saying this, and I feel like, I mean, not saying that he had the greatest game, but he threw 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And bruh, remember I used to get down on Daniel Jones and be like, yo, that man is a turnover machine. He's
yeah.
getting out of that. You know what I'm saying? Game manager, he's playing that game manager role for real. And maybe I guess the New York Giants can come to the conclusion that, hey, maybe we can win with this guy and maybe he is our future, which is something I never thought they would say and something I never thought would be true, but it's happening. Yeah, and with the receivers that they have, I mean, it's not like they had big names play. Like they had their rookie Wandale Robinson have a decent day. Bellinger, I don't even know who the hell that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know who these New York receivers are anymore. Because what happened to
Shepard?
huh?
Shepard?
Yeah, well, Shepard got hurt, right? And I know they had Galladay, but Galladay was like, I don't even know what's going on with him personally. It seemed like he don't want to play football. They also had I'm
Tight
not
end.
remembering his name.
They,
Huh?
they had Evan Ingram, right?
Yeah, but he's on Jacksonville now. But yeah, it's just with the guys that they have now that Daniel is throwing the ball to, he's somehow getting it done, bro. So, and again, not forcing anything. I feel like he might be the guy. This is a big win for the Giants organization. Big L for Baltimore. Again, we were discussing about, there's troubles in Baltimore and the contract hanging over Lamar's head. So that may have contributed to this loss, but yeah, this is big for the Giants program, for the franchise. And bruh, who would have thought that you'd be coming into the season saying, yo, the Giants and Philly gonna be your top dogs in the NFC? Who thought? Not me. Yo, straight up.
I definitely wasn't a big believer in Daniel Jones, but it's like any QB. Great, give any QB a good running game, a good offensive line. You scheme into his capabilities, meaning like Daniel Jones, he ain't gonna throw the ball 40 plus times. He's not gonna sling the ball and pick you apart like a Mahomes. Have a good defense around him. Like there are a lot of QBs that if they had a good team around them, they would win games, bro. There's a lot of game managers out there. It's not a shock because they were the man in college. But the NFL, like, it's a different talent. You know what I mean? Like, you need to show. Like, spoke about it with Baker. Like, Baker could be just a glorified game manager. You know what I mean? If he has a good team around him, he might look good. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And that's why we were so hard on him in Cleveland because he had that squad, right? And so, I mean, I think you put a lot of guys in that same situation with a good team around them, a good running game, a good scheme, good offensive line, you're gonna win games, dog. So, I mean, that is the formula, but it's such a hard formula to find, bro. To find all those pieces, and obviously the QB being the hardest person to find as well. But as long as he can play clean football, Daniel Jones, they're still gonna win games and surprise a lot of people. So, I mean, man, I didn't expect this at the Giants. Like, I mean, I think they're a year too early. Like, but I'm shocked how good they are, bro, and how well they're playing. But let's see how if they can keep that up, dog. Stuff can turn real quick, dog.
Yeah, facts. Like you said, man, it's early days. So we'll see how it progresses. But it's funny to see though,
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can just, go to week 7. Look at the games for next week and see what go on there. Make some picks. 3 games as usual.
Who you wanna who wanna pick this week coming up, dog? Week 7, dog.
Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me see. What's a good game out there? For some reason, I'm kind of eyeing the Steelers in the Dolphins game. This is gonna be Tua's first game back at the helm. So I don't know how good he's gonna be, post concussion. If he's gonna be right back into the groove of things, or maybe the Steelers are riding on a high from the week that they had, coming off a win. So I feel like that game's kind of speaking to me in terms of, just being interesting.
There's not too many games. This week's kind of like a bad week of
picks,
there's not
right?
too many games to pick from that.
Packers Commanders. Who would you go for that one? Who'd you go with?
Oh my goodness, bro. I wouldn't even know who to go for that one.
I lied. I lied. That's I'm like, that might be a good game to pick, even though it's not a good game in general. It'd be a good game to pick.
I mean, Washington, they won, yeah, but I mean, my goodness, like they're struggling this year, and then Green Bay, like, I mean, honestly, I'd put Green Bay just because they can't lose twice. They can't lose to Washington, dog. Aaron Rodgers can't play bad twice, 2 games in a row. Dog. I'd go to Green Bay in this one.
Yeah, I would actually go with the Green Bay in this one too. I thought you would go with the Commanders actually, but because I thought you probably, I know Commanders haven't been playing too good, but you'd have a thing for Carson Wentz, bro. You have some sort of belief in him. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I thought you'd go with the Commanders, but yeah, we go with the same one for that one.
Indy, Tennessee.
That might be an interesting one, and I wouldn't know who to pick either. Feel like maybe the Colts might be on a little run here. Where's the game? You go with Tennessee? We might have found our game, folks. We might have found our game. I'm gonna go with the Colts here. Game is it in Tennessee?
Yeah, dog.
Oh shit. Oh no.
They're gonna run the ball there, Henry at home. Colts been playing well, but bro, I mean, it's been the last few seconds, the last 2 games came down to the last second, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they had that weird overtime game, and then last week, this past week, the game went touchdown by Matt Ryan. Yeah, I'm going Tennessee, bro. They've been playing decently the last 2 weeks too.
Yeah, they're coming off a bye week, so they're fresh. But sometimes teams can come off a bye week and they just, they don't come, they might be a little bit too relaxed, coming off a bye week. So I'm gonna go with Indy. Again, Indy's on a little bit of a roll. I know they haven't been blowing teams out of the water, but I feel like Matt Ryan is gaining confidence, being the quarterback on this new team. I feel like the team is rallying behind them. Has a great connection with Michael Pittman Jr. He's been, putting up numbers a little bit, making a little bit of not in terms of the touchdowns, but he's making reliable catches, being a reliable target for Matt Ryan. I feel like they may be able to squeeze this one out. And Jonathan Taylor is healthy, right, in this game. So actually he's out. Shoot. Gosh.
They won last 2 games without him, dog. So
yeah.
You
but this would guarantee you. I feel like it would guarantee you when they got Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. Who's the next? They're running with my former guy from the Broncos. What's his name again?
Lindsey?
Yeah, Lindsey. Which he's decent. I think okay, yeah, they can still win. You're right. They can still win. All right, yeah, we'll take this game. I could very well take my L, but I'm gonna go with Indy for this one.
The winning streak is starting this week, fam.
Don't kill me. The confidence, bro. The confidence. Nah, yo, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna say my prayers at night, bro. I'm gonna make sure I get this W. You know what I'm saying? God's on my side. You feel me? What other team? What other game
I feel like Jacksonville is gonna beat the Giants, bro. You think the Giants can keep winning like this, dog?
You feel like Jacksonville is gonna upset the Giants, bro? Where is this game? Where is this game? Oh, this is in Jacksonville.
I mean, Jacksonville. I mean,
Nah, yo,
they've been lost
New York's
last
on a run, bro. I don't know. You know what? The analytics are saying that Jacksonville's gonna win this game too. Shoot. If I'm gonna go with the Giants, it's gonna be upset city. But I want to go with this game too. So I kind of want to go with this game. I'm gonna go with the Giants, bro. They're gonna get a W. Be 6-1 after this. Feel me? This is a winnable game for them, bro. Like it was less likely for them to win against Baltimore, and they won. So why? What tells me that they're gonna lose against the Jags this time? What's telling me that? Just because it's at the Jags' home, because it's in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville isn't playing tough. The last 2-3 weeks they've lost close games, bro. The last 3 games they've lost by a touchdown, bro.
So it's gonna be a battle.
Prime to break through, dog. And it's gonna be a good matchup. And Jacksonville, they're competitive, and Trevor Lawrence is playing better than I mean, he's supposed to be number 1 pick. So, but not everyone gives the Jaguars a big shot this year. So he's having them kind of in the mix if they win this game. So I'm going Jacksonville, and they can squeak it through. I think they're due for a win. Giants on the road, I don't think they can keep this up, dog. In my opinion, they still might make the playoffs, but this is the game they might lose, dog.
Bro, I'm telling you, they feeling themselves, bro. After that win from Baltimore, they are inspired. And Saquon, that guy's gonna run wild. Who's gonna stop him on Jacksonville? Who is gonna stop him?
They have Devin Lloyd, Travon Walker. They got some.
They have guys.
A lot of rookie defensive.
They have young guys. They have good young guys, but Saquon is seasoned, bro. He's seasoned.
Bro, I think Jacksonville gets them, dog. Let's go Duval. Got win the streak 2-0 right here.
Nah, it's definitely gonna be 1-1 if anything. But we'll see the tiebreaker here, bro. You want to go with the Dolphins and the Steelers?
Bro, who are you going with that game, bro?
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, you want me to pick Trubisky, bro? Crazy.
I don't know, man. You might be confident in them after seeing what they did against the Bucks, bro.
Nah. I mean, the Dolphins aren't even playing. You think the Dolphins, bro?
The Dolphins haven't been looking too good the last 2 weeks either, but we can attribute that to no Tua. But I mean,
if Tua's coming back, I ain't picking the Steelers, bro.
Yeah, apparently Tua's coming back, but yeah, they said McDaniel said Tua is preparing to start for the Dolphins versus Steelers. Okay, we can try to find another game. Saints Cardinals for Thursday night game.
Saints Cardinals.
I don't believe in any of these teams, Saints and the Cardinals, because we got Andy Dalton starting at quarterback still, right? They don't have Jameis Winston yet. And then Kyler Murray hasn't been saying nothing. Like, he's been so inconsistent, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I've already lost a few games with Kyler Murray this year. So
yeah. I wouldn't go with them to win. I'd probably go with the Saints. Where's the game? It's in Arizona though. And yo, you saw did you hear the big news? How they traded my man from Carolina to the Cardinals? What's his name?
Who that?
My dude who initially didn't want Baker to be on the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, Robbie Anderson?
Yeah, Robbie Anderson.
Oh yeah, I just seen it.
Like literally, because did you see like he had some beef with the coaches on the sideline, so they told him to leave the game mid-game, like in the third quarter, and then immediately got traded next day.
Oh snap! Yeah, I just seen that. They're saying called like an Antonio Brown type. Like nah, what Antonio Brown did was way worse.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I just seen it right now. He's on the Cardinals because Marquise Hollywood Brown is
out.
Oh yeah. Wow, interesting.
Very interesting, right?
I still wouldn't go for the Cardinals. Crazy.
Yeah, a lot. We need to find another game still.
I'm going Jets over the Broncos, bro.
Oh wow, that might be a good game. And honestly, I feel like the game tonight will tell me everything I need to know about the Broncos, bro. You feel me? Um, shoot, because as of right now, I would go with the Jets too, bro. But I don't know. For the sake of the competition, 'cause I don't see any other games that we can really make picks on.
Yeah, well, not a lot of teams that believe in that.
Yeah, I don't see any other games that we can make picks on. Okay, I'll go with the Broncos just to play devil's advocate. Um, we'll go with the Broncos.
Jets fam, I got you.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this is revenge because I know there is Green Bay fans out there that were very upset about the loss that they endured to the Jets. So the Broncos got you. They're gonna beat the Jets and get revenge.
If Russell struggles again today, bro, you know they.
Yeah, I already know. I know it's over for me. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna see tonight's game, and that's gonna tell the whole story.
Yo, in the comments, yo, say who do you think's gonna win this week? You know it's gonna be me. You know my picks are lit this week, bro.
I don't know. I feel like luck just hasn't been on your side this season, bro. And you already know me, the NFL analyst out here.
Early, dog.
So
it takes a winning streak. That's all it takes. A winning streak, I'm right back in there, bro.
We'll see, bro. We'll see.
All right. But yeah, that's the 3 games for this week, fam. Yeah, fam. But yeah, fam. So that's the 3 games, you know. And yeah, like, you know, I think I'm gonna win this week. You know, we recap this past week, going to next week. We're gonna be in a roll. Appreciate all the fans for listening in. Like you mentioned, your boy Denver right here in the Josh and Denver podcast, or Denver and Josh podcast.
Yes, sir. And it's your boy Josh. We covered a lot of content for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the listen. Again, make sure y'all comment, like and subscribe as well. And yeah, man, we signing off. Peace and blessings, my brother.
Peace, yo.